Well, same as usual, except my opponent.
Hello everyone and welcome to the final of the 2021 edition of the Gunpowder League, coinciding with the first night of Hanukkah, so happy Hanukkah to all who celebrate. Hopefully...
This is actually the first of 8 games, right?
Yes, first of 8 games, 8 crazy quizzes.
They've actually only written enough questions for the first one, but we're going to make it work somehow.
Yes. Lots of questions about oil. Alright, just so... assuming audio seems to be working, not seeing any complaints, that's usually a good sign. So just before we get going, we'll have some shout outs. Thank you as always to everyone who played in the Gunpowder League, everyone who read, everyone who play tested the final. Thank you to my co-writers and co-editors, Camilla Jen, Dad Jackson, and George Charlson, friends who helped away. We've got just some quick stats before we go, and we've got 2 returning finalists, 2 people who've been in the finals before, Yogesh and Victoria, who won 2 editions ago. Hard to keep track of which exact one that was. I think that probably was Harvest League, maybe it's Midsummer League. My Mimoswell history not actually as good as it should be. We've got 2 first-time finalists who have both been knocking on the door for a long time, in Hugh Bennett and Greg. So if everyone just wants to, so we'll go from seat 1 through 4. Everyone's saying, sorry, I'll just turn up my audio a bit. Hopefully this sorts it out for people. Let me know if that's better. And if not, we can adjust further, but we'll do introductions, starting with Victoria in seat 1.
Hello, I'm Victoria, and I am from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And Greg in seat 2.
Hi, I'm Greg, playing from Springfield, Illinois.
Hugh in seat 3.
Hi, I'm Hugh, and I'm near Bristol in England.
And Yogesh in seat 4.
I'm Yogesh. My parents are presumably watching from Springfield, Illinois, but I'm from the second most famous Vancouver on the Pacific Coast. And I'm covering up the logo of this energy drink, but if they ever offer me a contract, that can change.
Great. So if there's no further questions, I have plenty more further questions. And we've got round 1, question 1, going to Victoria.
Good luck, everybody.
Yes, good luck, everyone. So, Victoria, the Kuhn-Tucker method is often used to solve constrained forms of what type of mathematical problem? Karmarkar's algorithm and Danzig's simplex algorithm are used in solving problems of this type.
I was going to ask for a repeat. Yeah.
Yes, sure. So, the Kuhn-Tucker method is often used to solve constrained forms of what type of mathematical problem? Karmarkar's algorithm and Danzig's simplex algorithm are used in solving problems of this type.
Are we allowed to ask for pace?
Yes. Is that a request for
it? I'm going to say differential equations. I'm going to open up the chat too.
That is wrong. Greg?
I was playing chicken with that answer, so pass.
Hugh?
Pass.
Yogesh?
Pass.
Okay. This is optimization problems or linear programming problems.
Off to an absolute flyer.
Lived about half a mile away from Danzig when I was in college.
Yes, inspiration for Good Will Hunting, I suppose, most famously. Question 2 for Victoria. One of the flattest places on Earth, the mudflats in the Wadden Sea National Parks, are located in the Netherlands, Denmark, and which German state? This state has its capital at Kiel.
Schleswig-Holstein.
Correct, Schleswig-Holstein. And question 3 for Victoria. The main protein in the extracellular matrix. What is the main protein in the extracellular matrix of human connective tissue? This protein is largely synthesized from the amino acids glycine and proline.
Collagen.
Correct. Yeah, collagen. Question 1 for Greg. Who quoted the cult leader David Koresh on the song So Sorry, which they included on the soundtrack for the film Gotti? This Miami-born rapper traveled to Kodiak, Alaska as part of his Mr. Worldwide mission.
Pitbull.
Correct. Pitbull? Yeah. Question 2 for Greg. In cycling, what two-word French term is used to describe the rider who finishes in last place?
Lanterne Rouge.
Correct. Lanterne Rouge. And question 3 for Greg. COS and Arquette are concept brands within what larger fashion company? In 2016, Rodarte produced a guest line for And Other Stories, another subsidiary of this brand.
I think I'd like that pasted.
Sure. That's 10 seconds. Answer, please.
Kate Spade.
Sorry?
Kate Spade.
Wrong. Hugh?
Us.
Yogesh?
Pass.
Victoria?
Yes.
Those are brands within H&M.
Yeah.
That's our second act. And we've got question 1 for Hugh. Which actress guest starred on the TV show Friends as Susie Moss, who takes revenge on Chandler for a prank he played on her in the 4th grade? This actress also starred in the film Charlie Wilson's War.
Sandra Bullock.
Wrong. Yogesh?
Julia Roberts.
Correct. Julia Roberts.
Hell.
Question 2 for you. What third son of Genghis Khan is said to have died while binge drinking with Abd-Rahman? This Mongol leader captured northern China, established Karakoram, and ordered the 1231 invasion of Korea.
Monkey Khan.
Wrong. Victoria?
I'm gonna pass.
Greg?
Ogadai.
Correct. That is Ogadai Khan. Greg, your audio is a bit quiet. I don't know if there's if
Okay.
you can move your mic closer or something. Or
Maybe if I
adjust
just.
this setting.
Is this better at all?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay. And I'll also just speak up.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Ogadai Khan is correct. And question 3 for Hugh. The 1969 manifesto, Why Are We Artists?, was published in what country? Super flat is a popular artistic style that was developed in this country.
The Soviet Union.
Wrong. Victoria?
Japan.
Correct. Japan. question 1 for Yogesh. One of the most attended sports events of all time, the 1950 FIFA World Cup final, saw a crowd of nearly 200,000 people packed into what stadium in Rio?
Maracana?
Correct, the Maracana. Question 2. In his novel Auto da Fe, what Bulgaria-born novelist parodied the intellectual atmosphere of interwar Vienna? This author mocked some of his contemporaries more openly in a series of memoirs that included The Tongue Set Free.
I wrote a whole blog about that novel. Canetti?
Correct, Elias Canetti. And question 3, Yogesh, final question of the round. In the 1882 essay, What is a Nation?, what French scholar suggested that the answer to the title question is a daily plebiscite? Albert Schweitzer heavily criticized this man's book, Life of Jesus.
Ah.
And you said French?
Yes, French scholar.
Historical Jesus too, but okay. Yes. Durkheim.
Sorry, again, please.
Durkheim.
Ron, Hugh,
Pass.
Victoria,
Yeah, this came up in something I read recently, but I don't remember. Pass.
Greg.
Give me another 3 days. Pass.
That is Ernest Renan.
Yeah.
So we have
I take that back.
three
No, it was
players.
definitely talking about in what I, yeah.
Yeah. So we've got 3 players on 3 points with a bonus attempt, and Hugh yet to get off the mark as we go into round 2 with question 1 for Victoria. Vladimir Tenev and Baiju Bart founded what financial services company, which has over 1.5 million people on its cryptocurrency wallet waiting list?
Can you give me those names again?
Yes, Vladimir Tenev and Baiju Bart.
Binance?
Wrong. Hugh?
Pass.
Greg?
Pass.
Yogesh?
I'll pass.
That is Robin Hood.
Okay.
Sure.
The popular trading app. And
Yeah, I just didn't really get crypto.
Yeah. Well, people are having a hard time getting involved in crypto, I guess.
Yeah, I technically have an account there somewhere, I think.
Question 2 for Victoria. In 2020, what musician released the cult leader-inspired single, My Rajneesh? This singer of the song Chicago created the soundtrack for the film Call Me By Your Name.
Sufjan Stevens.
Correct. Or Subaru Stevens. And question 3 for Victoria. A son of Genghis Khan's son Jochi, which Mongol leader founded the Golden Horde? Although this man was unable to establish a wider reign through a Kurultai, he passed a stable fiefdom down to his son Sartak.
Hulagu?
Wrong. Hugh?
I'll pass.
Greg?
Pass.
Yogesh?
Batu?
Correct,
Khan?
that is Batu Khan.
Yep.
And question 1 for Greg. Party All the Time was the biggest musical hit for which man? The song, produced as part of a bet, has a video that was filmed in the private Buffalo studio of producer Rick James.
Eddie Murphy?
Correct, Eddie Murphy. Question 2 for Greg. To ensure that a set of first-order conditions maximize a given function, one must check the bordered form of which matrix? This matrix contains the second-order partial derivatives of a scalar-valued function.
Ronskian?
Wrong. Hugh?
Pass.
Victoria?
Yes.
Yogesh?
Jacobian?
Wrong. It is the Hessian matrix.
Okay.
And question 3 for Greg. Populist art in what country inspired the avant-garde Sots art movement? The realist Wanderers movement originated in this country.
So, Russia.
Correct, yeah. Russia or Soviet Union is fine, given the various timelines involved.
I guess the first part, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. And question 1 for Hugh. In the Netflix drama Dark, much activity takes place in tunnels under what sort of institution? Claudia Tiedemann is the pioneering female director of one of these places in the 1980s in the show, while her son Alexander heads it in the 21st century.
I can't have a pass.
Victoria?
I watched a few episodes of this. Pass.
Greg?
Ass.
Yogesh?
Mental hospital?
It's a nuclear power plant. Or power plant alone would have been fine. Question 2 for Hugh. In what is often cited as the most attended American football game of all time, which college played against USC in 1927? This team won another historic game in 1928 after their coach gave the "Win One for the Gipper" speech.
No, Michigan.
Wrong. Victoria?
Notre Dame.
Correct. Notre Dame. If I'm not mistaken, Ronald Reagan played the Gipper on the screen. And question 3 for Hugh. One of the flattest places in the world, the very large salt flat known as Salar de Uyuni, is found in which country?
Can you
Bolivia.
spell the name of the
It was Bolivia.
No need.
Yes. Bolivia.
And-
Salar de Uyuni. So SALAR de Uyuni. UY.
Hold on just half a second. I've come unplugged
Yep. I'll give Greg a second.
in the literal sense. I'm now replugged, but the plug doesn't know that it's on.
High stakes action. High stakes quiz action here.
Solved.
All right, great. So now that Greg is back with us, we've got question 1 for Yogesh. Found in the connective tissue, mast cells play a major role in managing allergic reactions by secreting what nitrogenous compound? Basophils also release this compound, which is counteracted by drugs like loratadine and cetirizine.
Histamine?
Correct, yeah. Histamine, those drugs are antihistamines. Question 2 for Yogesh. In cycling, what French word is used to describe riders who serve as assistants to the team leader and who often ride in front in order to reduce air resistance?
Jeune.
Wrong. Hugh?
Domestique.
Correct. Domestique. And question 3 for Yogesh. Final question of the round. What thing is the central image in the logos of the clothing brand All Saints and the H&M owned brand Cheap Monday? These things regularly appear as a motif in clothes and scarves designed by Alexander McQueen.
Ross.
Wrong. Greg?
Pass.
Hugh?
Skull?
Correct. Skulls.
Nice.
Human skull, so in the case of McQueen and Cheap Monday, and different animals' skull for All Saints, but they're all skulls. So Victoria, Greg, and Yogesh remain deadlocked on 5, and Hugh catches up and moves on to 3. So we have round 3. Question 1 goes to Victoria. At the MCG in 1970, what team played Carlton in the most attended Aussie rules game of all time? This team and Carlton are local rivals.
Can you spell?
Yeah, repeat her case, please.
Sure, I'll do that. So, at the MCG in 1970, what team played Carlton in the most attended Aussie rules game of all time? This team and Carlton are local rivals.
We'll try the Sydney Swans.
Ron? Greg?
Pass, but I feel bad about it.
Hugh?
Pass.
Yogesh?
Pass, and I don't feel bad about it at all.
It's not Geelong, is it?
No, it is Collingwood.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Question 2 for Victoria. Well known for their work with Eddie Murphy, the Busboys had a minor hit with Cleanin' Up the Town, a song they wrote for which film? Similarity between the biggest musical hit from this film and the song I Want a New Drug caused Huey Lewis and the News to bring a plagiarism lawsuit.
You're looking for the film?
I'm looking for the film, yes.
Ghostbusters.
Correct, yes, Ghostbusters. And question 3. Which actor appeared in Friends as Paul Stevens, the father of Elizabeth and love interest of Rachel? This actor recently starred alongside Edward Norton in the film Motherless Brooklyn.
Oh, jeez. Pacino.
Wrong. Greg?
I got it, but it'd be too risky. Pass.
Hugh?
Pass.
Yogesh?
Pass.
It's Bruce Willis.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That is dead.
Elizabeth is the younger girl that dates Ross. Inappropriately. Question 1 to Greg. In her book Edge of Irony, Marjorie Perloff situated Elias Canetti alongside what other titan of the Viennese intelligentsia? This author described Jewish migration to America in the novel Job, but may be better known for Radetzky March, his epic narrative of the Trotter family.
I am supposed to know what this is. I'll just say Vice, even though it's wrong.
That is wrong. Hugh?
Rot.
Correct, yes. Joseph Roth. Or Joseph Roth. Question 2 for Greg. What mutual fund firm was the largest holder of both GameStop and AMC? Targets of the r/Wall Street Bets squeezes. Jack Bogle founded this company, which pioneered the index fund and has a ship of the line as its logo?
Vanguard?
Correct, the Vanguard group. The Vanguard alone is fine. And question 3. Found in connective tissue, what type of cell plays an important role in producing collagen and the extracellular matrix? Examples of these cells from mouse embryos are often used in stem cell research.
Please repeat.
Sure. So, found in connective tissue, what type of cell plays an important role in producing collagen and the extracellular matrix? Examples of these cells from mouse embryos are often used in stem cell research. And that's 10 seconds.
Basophils.
Wrong. Victoria?
I really should know this. Pass.
Hugh?
Yeah, pass.
Yogesh?
Pass.
These are fibroblasts.
Okay.
And question 1 for Hugh. Used to solve optimization problems, what algorithmic technique involves breaking down the central problem into simpler sub-problems? This technique was developed by Richard Bellman.
Oh, dear. Chunking.
Wrong. Greg?
Got positions on that. This is dumb, but divide and conquer.
Wrong. Victoria?
Pass.
Yogesh?
Pass.
This is dynamic programming. Question 2 for Hugh. In cycling, what two-word French term is used to describe climbs that are even harder than Category 1 climbs?
Yeah. Or category.
Correct. Or category. And question 3. What 1983 book criticized Renan's discussion of collective memory and the St. Bartholomew's Day massacre? This book, about the origins of nationalism, was written by the author of the Cornell paper and heavily influenced by anthropological work in the Philippines and Indonesia.
Can you please repeat that?
Sure.
Actually, could you just paste?
Yeah, I'll do it. So, what 1983 book criticized Renan's discussion of collective memory and the St. Bartholomew's Day massacre? This book, about the origins of nationalism, was written by the author of the Cornell paper and heavily influenced by anthropological work in the Philippines and Indonesia.
That's pass. I don't know.
Victoria?
Pass.
Greg?
Pass.
Yogesh?
Pass.
That is Imagined Communities.
Oh.
Prior to writing this, Benedict Anderson,
Yep.
was an anthropologist. Cornell paper about the September 30 coup. And so to question 1 to Yogesh. After the death of Genghis Khan, which fourth son of his received ancestral lands in Mongolia? This man lends his name to the civil war that was fought between Arik Bok and Kublai Khan, or his sons Arik Bok and Kublai Khan.
I was just about to say Eric. Okay.
Wrong. Victoria?
Pass.
Greg?
Pass.
Hugh?
Tolui?
Correct. Tolui.
Ooh,
Namesake
nice.
of the Toluid Civil War.
Totally dynasty.
Yes. Correct. And question 2 for Yogesh. In the Netflix drama Lupin, Arsène steals what object, which is being auctioned at the Louvre? Arsene's father, Boubacar, had been falsely accused of stealing the same item from the Pellegrini family.
We watched the first episode or so of that, and it does come in. The necklace?
Correct. Which takes us to a 4-way tie with one question left in the round. One of the flattest places on Earth and home to the largest single exposure of limestone bedrock. The Nullarbor Plain is located in which country?
This is Australia.
This is Australia. So Yogesh takes a 1-point lead going into round 4. Everyone else on 6. Question 1 for Victoria. The Habsburg mentality of Cacania was virulently parodied in the novel The Man Without Qualities, written by what contemporary of Canetti?
Seal.
Correct, Robert Musil. Question 2. In 2008, what fashion house became the first haute couture brand to produce both men's and women's clothes in collaboration with H&M? Ray Kawakubo founded this brand with a French name.
Comme des Garçons.
Correct. Comme des Garçons. And question 3. In the Netflix drama Orthodox, the Jewish housewife Esti flees her Satmar community in Brooklyn to study what subject in Berlin?
Music.
Correct. Clean sweep. Any questions for Victoria? Possibly the first of anyone in the game. And
Definitely the first, yeah.
question 1 for Greg. Home to one of the major breeding populations of greater flamingos, the extremely flat Makgadikgadi pan is found in which country?
Do you paste that?
Yeah.
Botswana?
Correct. Botswana. That's right. Question 2. In Friends, what actor played Ryan, whom Phoebe helps to recover from chickenpox? This actor starred opposite Clint Eastwood in the film The Rookie, and he has a cameo role in a police station scene in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Ten seconds. Answer, please.
Nelson.
Ron?
Nelson.
Victoria?
Pass.
Hugh?
Pass.
Yogesh?
Charlie Sheen.
Correct. Charlie Sheen. He's the yes.
Out of curiosity, I picked Nelson at the last moment after considering Estevez. What happens if I say Estevez there?
I think I probably would have just.
I would have
marked
meant
that as wrong.
Emilio, but
Yeah,
I'm wondering.
yeah. I think the reasonable thing would be to mark that as wrong. But yes, he's the very drugged out seeming boy in the leather jacket who talks to Jennifer Grey's character in that scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Gotcha.
And,
Yep.
Question 3 for you now, Greg. Ernest Renan's essay, Islam and Science, earned him the ire of what Muslim scholar, who held his faith to be compatible with rationality? With Mirza Karmani, this man planned the assassination of the Persian king Nasser al-Din.
Paste that.
Sure.
I got completely lost halfway through. Yeah, I'm completely lost here. Pass.
Okay. Victoria?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pass.
Hugh?
Pass.
Yogesh?
Yes.
That is Jamal al-Din al-Afghani.
Damn it!
Yes.
Sorry.
Was in Paris for a while. Yeah, got to know Renan. Question 1 for Hugh. What band sampled a speech by the cult leader Charles Manson on the song Beware, the opening track on their mixtape Ex-Military? MC Ride and Zach Hill formed this group, which frequently gets perfect 10 scores from Anthony Fantano.
Pass.
Victoria?
Death grips.
Correct, that is death grips. Question 2 for you. What is the only type of cell found in healthy cartilage? These cells are responsible for managing the extracellular matrix and healthy tissue turnover therein.
I don't think. Pass.
Greg?
Pass.
Victoria?
Chondrocytes.
Correct, those are chondrocytes. And question 3 for you. What given name appears in the crypto equivalent of the Wall Street Bets subreddit? The computer scientist Hal Finney received the first transfer from a person with this given name.
Can you please repeat?
Sure. So, what given name appears in the crypto equivalent of the Wall Street Bets subreddit? The computer scientist Hal Finney received the first transfer from a person with this given name.
Steve.
Wrong. Greg?
Satoshi?
Correct. It is Satoshi.
Oh, God's sake.
Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Bets.
Jesus Christ.
Hal Finney, yes, received the first Bitcoin. And question 1 for Yogesh. In 1970, an artist from what country distributed flyers containing the first pseudo manifesto? This was the home country of a member of the Bauhaus School who pioneered photograms and sculpted the light space modulator.
You press that, please.
Sure.
Czechoslovakia.
Wrong. Greg?
Pass.
Victoria?
Hungary.
Correct, it is Hungary. The artist is Laszlo Moholy-Nagy. Question 2 for Yogesh. What mathematician gives his name to the multipliers that can be used to solve constrained optimization problems? The Kuhn-Tucker method is a generalization of the approach to optimization named for this man.
Ulam.
Wrong. Greg?
Lagrange?
Correct. Lagrange multipliers. And question 3 for Yogesh. Eddie Murphy, Iman, and Magic Johnson all appear in the Egyptian-themed video for which Michael Jackson's single. This song from the album Dangerously wistfully thinks back to a love affair.
Man in the Mirror.
Wrong. Greg?
No, thank you. Pass.
Hugh?
Pass.
Victoria?
Remember the time.
Correct. I remember the time is correct. So going into the final round, Victoria takes in a 4-point lead with 13 points and 6 bonus
It's
attempts.
happening.
Okay.
Greg on 9 and 4, Yogesh 8 and 5, Hugh on 6 and 4. So round 5, question 1 for Victoria. What P word is the French term typically used to describe the list of achievements and victories accomplished in the career of a cyclist?
PK.
Wrong. Greg?
Yes.
Hugh?
Palmares or Palmares.
Correct, yeah. I'm not certain of the pronunciation, but Palmar or Palmares, something along those lines, is certainly correct for the purposes of this quiz. Question 2 for Victoria. In 1951, the Fighting Cock Society published the Nightingale's Butcher Manifesto to attack the artistic traditions of which country? One of the winners of the international prize at the 48th Venice Biennale was an artist from this country who directed the film Women Without Men.
Iran.
Correct, very good Shirin Neshat knowledge. Iran is correct. And question 3. Ernest Renan popularized among Western audiences the theory that Ashkenazi Jews originated with the Khazars. What novelist supported the theory in his 1976 book, The 13th Tribe?
Saramago.
Wrong. Greg?
Yes.
Hugh?
Pass.
Yogesh?
Pass.
It is Arthur Koestler, author
It
of
is Arthur Koestler.
I'm going through trying to think which anti-Semite to guess.
No,
I
it was,
I was like, is he a
wrong
novelist?
direction there, Greg. Yeah.
Yep.
One famous novel, but yeah, okay, that is what I was thinking.
Question 1 for Greg. In the Netflix drama Money Heist, what nickname is used by Sergio Marquina, the man who plans the robbery of the Royal Mint of Spain?
Gonna cop Hugh's answer from earlier and say Steve.
Wrong. Hugh?
That was my answer. No, I pass.
Yogesh?
Pass.
Victoria?
Yes.
That is El Profesor. Or
Professor. Okay, 2 in a row I passed, but I'm new.
round 4 is the time to guess.
It makes me feel better.
I'm unburdened by knowledge. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, round 5 is the time to guess. And question 2 for Greg. What was the name of the Khan of the Kerates, who was the uncle of Tolui's wife, and was variously an enemy and ally of Genghis Khan? A different ruler with this name founded the Seljuk Empire, conquered Baghdad, and passed on the throne to Alp Arslan.
Oh no. That's who I thought it was gonna be. Could you paste?
Yes.
So ready to say Arslan. Subotai.
Wrong. Hugh?
Humayun.
Wrong. Yogesh?
Pass.
Victoria?
Yes.
That is Togril, or Tugril. Question 3 for Greg. What super lightweight fought Greg Haugen in the most attended post-war boxing match? Both this man and Omar Narvaez have won a record 27 title defense fights.
Presumably not Omar Narvaez, the catcher.
No, not.
I think I am going to make you paste this one as well.
Sure, no worries.
Just see if there's anything I can get my fingers into. Nope. Duran.
Wrong. Yogesh?
That might have been my guess, but I'll just pass.
Hugh?
Pass.
Victoria?
And no reason not to guess. De La Hoya.
Reasonable guess. No, it is Julio Cesar Chavez. Everyone's 2 favorite world leaders put together. Yes, probably more familiar to the average person or to people as the guest judge in the first episode of the Netflix cooking show, The Final Table.
Oh, yeah.
I think if there's one thing we've established, that I don't know Netflix.
That's true, yes. But different audience for Netflix cooking shows, I think. But,
Final Table was good.
yes, there is an extremely crazy cooking show.
It is.
Question 1 for Hugh. In The Torch in My Ear, Canetti caricatured the pomposity of what contemporary of his? This Prague-born author wrote heavy novels such as The 40 Days of Musa Dag and The Song of Bernadette.
No, pass.
Greg?
It's bad. Pass.
Yogesh?
Remember how on my stream I talked about Franz Werfel?
I did, but you can have the point. Fine. Yes, Oscar-winning film, Song of Bernadette, based on his novel, Franz Werfel. Question 2 for Hugh. In 2004, who became the first person to produce a guest-designed line for H&M? This long-serving lead designer for Fendi owned a Burman cat called Choupette.
Karl Lagerfeld.
Correct, Karl Lagerfeld. And question 3. Eddie Murphy recorded songs for several Shrek films. Which Sly and the Family Stone song, with a strangely spelled title, did Murphy cover for Shrek the Third?
We Are Family.
Wrong. Greg?
I don't have a second one. Pass.
Yogesh?
Thank you for letting me be myself again.
Correct. Thank you for letting me be myself again. I'll put it in the game chat for those benefit. And question 1 for Yogesh. What Israeli financial services company and trading app followed in the footsteps of Robinhood by blocking trades related to GameStop? Green horns flank the name of this app in its logo.
I have no idea. Sabra.
Wrong. Greg?
I'm perfectly positioned to take guesses. I just don't know things. Pass.
Hugh?
Pass.
Victoria?
Definitely heard of this and I can't remember it best.
Yeah, seen on lots of football shirts. It's eToro. That's the ones. Question 2 for Yogesh. In Friends, what actress guest starred as Melissa Warburton, a sorority sister whom Rachel thinks she made out with? This actress was not nominated for an Academy Award for Girl Interrupted, unlike her co-star in the film.
Winona Ryder.
Correct, Winona Ryder. And final question of the game. Who sampled the film Mind Control Made Easy or How to Become a Cult Leader on their mixtape Duality, which was recorded under the name of Captain Murphy? This grandnephew of Alice and John Coltrane founded the record label Brain Feeder.
I'm kind of glad I don't know it, because if I did, then that would mean that my 2 failures to guess would have tied me for first. But I don't know it. Smith.
Wrong. Greg?
Nope. Pass.
Hugh?
Pass.
Victoria?
Pass.
That is Flying Lotus or Steve Ellison.
Oh, okay.
Flying Lotus, yes.
Now is the time for Steve.
Now is the time. I would have had to prompt on Steve, I guess. Steve Coltrane.
It's among the more fiction. Tug Romney.
Well played, everyone. Congratulations to Victoria on retaining the title from the last time she played in the game as well, as I'm right about that. It's just she took a break for the last season. So well played, everyone. Congratulations, everyone, on great scores, great answers, and great performance in the league to make it to the final. Shout outs again to everyone who helped write, read, or edit the season. And just a reminder that the Quiz World series starts in just about a week from now, so don't forget to sign up for that if you haven't. And don't forget to tell your friends if you haven't. Otherwise, once more, congratulations to Victoria and all the players. Tonight, have a great evening or morning or whatever time of day it is. And